Hello, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is the farm where we grow cross-stitch.
One stitch at a time. Today's Monday, October the 16th. Guess what I forgot to do? Send my newsletter article for the Guild newsletter.
Oops. But I want to get on that after video.
I'm going to. I told her I would have it sent to her tonight. And maybe after Ladies Guild tonight, but we'll be done.
Okay.
How are y'all?
Like, seriously, comment below. How you doing?
How you doing?
Please tell me. My allergies have gotten better. So have yours?
Yes, allergies are righteous.
Evil. They're evil.
Fall allergies are righteous this year.
Well, it doesn't help that we're currently in a bog.
Oh my gosh, it has not stopped raining since Saturday, and it started Friday night, and I'm just over it.
Oh, guess what I get to do tomorrow?
I'm ouchy because of the rain. What?
I'm probably gonna have to get a hose to drain out the water on top of the cover because there's so much. It would probably take me 2 hours to do it with a regular bucket.
Okay.
It's like almost like 2/3
Why do you
of
have to drain the water off?
Because the water on top of it will be bad when it freezes. It's a lot of weight to put on that cover.
Okay, I thought that's what it was designed for. Never mind, I don't know anything.
Oh no, you can do that, but I'm trying to make it so it lasts longer.
Okay, so you're doing it as a preventative maintenance sort of steps. Okay, makes sense.
You know me, I'm getting as much money as I can out of my stuff.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Sounds great. I don't know. It was a calm week. EJA Daylilies was Thursday. My EJA Daylilies meeting was Thursday. Yeah, it was entertaining. So this is like the second official meeting I've been to. I was at their July Stitch in Public thing. I went to their August, the official meeting. And then this month. So, getting used to a whole new group of people and people that are very excited to see me and they don't even know me. It's quite interesting.
Well, have you told them about our Flosstube?
No, I have not.
Have them come and join the crazy!
Join the crazy. Yes, the crazy. Yes. And it was funny because this month's project was a little counted thread, needlepoint canvas, taught by one of the members. We're sitting there working on it, and she's kind of giving instructions and telling us how to read her chart. And her chart is very, very detailed, very, very specific. Like, it is a fabulous chart because it is very... She was talking, and they were chit-chatting about her friend, Mary, that was sitting at the table behind me, and I turned around and I looked at Mary and I looked at Pat and I was like, I have another Pat and a Mary counted thread needle canvas kit sitting at my house that I have been terrified to do because the papers are so thick. Now I know why the papers are so thick. I'm not so terrified to do them. Because at the retreat we hosted in 2021, Pat and Mary were two of the attendees, and they made up little needlepoint kits, their little counted thread canvas kits, for the attendees. There was like 10 of us. There was a very small amount. So I've had those sitting in my stash since then because I was like, this is going to be so complicated. There's so many words. And no, their instructions are just so thorough that that's how their kits are. Well, now that I know that, guess what I'm going to do? Do those little kits. Okay. I mean, really, that was the highlight to my week. Finished a book today. I finished my audiobook today.
That's cool. I found out that I'm a very good co-host.
Okay.
One of my friends, Asian Fascia Gamer, we have one podcast we do tonight, and then I'm joining him on his...
It's a Twitch stream, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
At Asian Fascia Gamer. Yeah. And Tonight is, we call it a bunch of goofs. And it's literally just 4 nerds talking about random topics.
He has a YouTube channel as well.
Yep.
It's about gaming, but I'll link it in case you're interested.
And
because he does actually link us.
And on Friday, we're actually doing a 4-person, once the 4th person can get his computer up and running, playthrough. We're currently doing a 3-people playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. You can actually have up to 4 people play that game at one time together.
I want to play Baldur's Gate.
There's a slight problem.
I know.
And in case anybody's wondering what the slight problem is, it is not buying the game.
My computer's a piece of crap.
Well, no, your computer's not a piece of crap. It was just not purchased to be a gaming computer because we didn't have the money. And when I told you how much a gaming computer was, you looked at me and said, what do I need that for? And I agreed.
I didn't because I wasn't gaming.
Though, if I actually do finish Baldur's Gate eventually, I'll let you use my computer to play it.
Okay. Wow, random bug. Not so random. We have... Oh my god, we have gnats in this house. And I'm going nuts, y'all. Yeah, so, I mean, it was a pretty... Yeah. Calm week. The book I just finished was called Lilac Girls by Martha Kelly Hall. Joe's like ducking away because he's heard me talk about this book. I will tell you, there's a lot to unpack with this book.
Just tell the time and place and people understand the crazy.
It is about the rabbits of Ravensburg, which was a German concentration camp, the only exclusive female German concentration camp, and the rabbits were Polish political prisoners, female Polish political prisoners, who were experimented on. That's why they're called rabbits. The sulfonamide experiments, basically testing how sulfonamides dealt with gangrene. There's a whole thing as to why this happened. If you want to Google it, be my guest. Just don't Google it while you're eating or if you have a weak stomach.
And any children, check with your parents first, please.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you shouldn't learn about it, depending on your age, but you should definitely get your
Well,
parents.
it's definitely something you should learn about, but it can be quite gross.
Basically, you need mommy and daddy to screen make sure there are no pictures.
They were experimenting on actual human beings and making them get gangrene infections. So, there you go. But it was a very good book.
This is the type of stuff that even Stephen King doesn't come up with.
It was...
And y'all know how messed up that man can be.
It was intense. I listened to it. I got the books. So the library where the Medina Needlework Guild, Needle Art show, our guild show was, had audiobooks on sale, 5 for $1. So I bought 10 books, and this was the first book I chose to read out of it. I'm not entirely sure why I picked it up as first. And it's not something I would normally pick up to read, but I knew it was a companion book to another book that I was very interested in reading. So I just picked it up as one of my 20. What?
I forgot. On Fridays, our Baldur's Gate is actually streamed on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
I want to make sure. So Mondays on Twitch, Fridays on YouTube. I just wanted to clarify that.
Okay.
Same name.
Yes. Okay. Well, why don't we shout out our commenters from last week? We had vastly more comments this week than we did last week.
Hey, y'all, what's up? June. Great name. I love that month. Angie, Chef, Susie Q, Bridget, Lynn, Teresa, Janet, and Tamara.
Thank you all so much for commenting on our video. Lots of congratulations on my finish.
And I believe Chef's comment was about the streaming, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, one of my friends wants us to start streaming.
On Twitch.
Or YouTube. They don't really care. They just think we'd be hysterical with streaming.
Okay. Well, we're going to move on to whips, and I'm going to go do what I was supposed to do 10 minutes ago before we sat down to film, which is to turn the oven on to cook the French fries for dinner. So, we'll be back. Whips.
Wrong lever, crank! She just told me to push the buttons.
Pull the lever, crunk.
Wrong lever!
Why do we even have that lever?
Oh no, you built it.
Okay. Do you have whips?
I have Baldur's Gate 3.
Hello, Peanut Butter Cup. Look, it's a doggy.
That's actually one of the reasons why I like the game is it's been a long time since I've gotten 60 hours into a video game and I'm not half done.
Oh, well, there you go.
And I'm enjoying it.
It's a good ground. Okay. Well, I have whips. So, let's get started. Now, I finished 2 of the prompts for Urban Legends Week the week prior, which was on Quaker Turtle. We are now on to Stitch on a woman, on a project that depicts a woman. The cover photo's over there.
Which one?
I don't really know.
No, which project?
Cal Lily Bride. Hello, Houndy. Nope, it's gonna be that one. Okay, fantastic. Thanks. So, Cal Lily Bride by Nora Corbett is a woman.
Well, there's a B word in there. It definitely proves that.
I mean, you know. Especially with my Nora Corbett's and my Mirabilias, I do tend to keep them away from the cover photos separated from my working copies, and because I'll beat up working copies, y'all. It's bad.
Sometimes she doesn't have to rip her working copies up. They just fall apart when she picks it up.
This is true. I did 438 stitches on this. This is on a piece of Silk Weaver's, I think Mountain Rose?
I think that sounds right.
It's either Mountain Rose or Pink Champagne. I can't remember which one was the opalescence and which one wasn't.
It's pretty.
White in the dress. There's a lot of white in this dress. There we have it.
Do you want to keep going while I step away and take care of somebody, or do you want to pause it?
We're going to pause because somebody needs some attention.
Be right back.
We're back.
Yup.
Dog is taken care of. Alright. For something that was a man or very thin, Greyhound Year by Blue Flower was selected because greyhounds are very thin. My dad says my dog disappears when you look at her head on.
Which is actually on purpose.
Yes, they're sleekly designed. Greyhound Year also qualified for the Y monthly, so it was stitched for that too. I am stitching this in my own color conversion with just random stuff from my stash because I was not buying 33 overdyes.
I have a great name for it.
What?
Your color conversion's called D-Stash.
There you go. This is stitched on a 32 count aquamarine. And I finished the June Hound.
Ow!
And started working on the July and August. Finishing up the July and August borders. So I will finish up those borders before I start stitching the hounds in the boxes, just because my brain wants me to do that right now, so that's the plan. 771 stitches on that. Make sure I get all the flosses back in here. Pass it along. Then I decided it was time for, no, I don't remember what I used my pass on. I don't remember the prompt I used my pass on. I didn't write it down. Then it was time for the Sal prompt, which is The Tale as Old as Time, Sal by Storied Stitcher. This Sal is the bane of my existence. It's been a struggle, y'all. It's been a struggle. She used so many colors, and I was tired of looking for colors, so I just started grabbing stuff out of my stash and repeating colors in blocks because I can, and I'm not using that many. They were all DMC called for us. I'm just not using that many colors in one project.
Was she officially sponsored by DMC or something?
Like, I don't know. Like, we were in Haid territory with the number of colors she has in this project. This is on a random piece of Silk Weavers. No, I don't know what the name of it is, but I did 300 stitches and started the Beauty and the Beast block.
Can I just say something really quick?
What? Yes.
Comment below. If she didn't tell you that she was just repeating colors, would you notice? Would anybody know that this was anything other than perfect the way she is doing it? Comment below if you even think there's a single thing that looks wrong.
I think it looks good.
I do too, that's why I said that.
I'm happy with it. I have the bottom 4 blocks to finish. Then that's done. Then fill in on the castle turrets and the words. And yes, I am purposely saving those for last because those are going to be the easiest thing to do. And I want nice, easy stitching to finish it with. For all the pains it has put me through.
She wants to end on a positive note.
Yes. A positive note. Alright, so there's that. Thursday's stitching. Thursday was EGA meeting. I didn't put a single cross stitch in Thursday. I didn't. I had my church study. I had to leave right from that, get home. I had to actually leave that early, get home, eat dinner, or eat lunch, get myself ready to go to EGA meeting. EGA meeting was until like 3. Got home, fixed dinner, had D&D. So I didn't put a single cross stitch in, partially because I was working on my EGA project. Well, I was working on this project that we did, which is called the Broken Star Ornament by Patricia Hartman. And she brought a piece of mono canvas, the right size, the Pro Cotton, the DMC cotton, and this is actually not DMC, this is Anchor. That's Anchor, and a Cryonic Metallic. She has a website, I will link it. She has a website with all of her patterns, and you can buy kits or just the patterns. I'll link it so you can check her out if you're interested in that. This is my ornament.
Is it done?
It is done. There we have it. It is all done, and I think it's adorable. I need to FFO it. But that's what I did. I did this Thursday. Most of this was done on Thursday. I finished it up Saturday evening because I literally had these irregular eyelets in here to finish on Saturday, and that was it. Had we not had D&D, this would have been done on Thursday.
But you had fun on D&D.
But I did have fun on D&D. So Friday, I was like, I'm done with the weekly. I want to start next week's weekly. I do like to try to keep the weekly like in that week if I have carryover. You know. I decided I was going to work on monthly. Well, working on monthly ended up bleeding into working on 2 of this week's weeklies because that got me a finish. Pumpkin Patch by Primrose Cottage Stitches. Fit for the P and the R on the monthly. I could have fit in this more monthlies, but I went with the P and the R in the monthly. It also fits 2 of the weeklies. I'll tell you which 2 weeklies it fit when we talk plants. So with 1,058 stitches, Pumpkin Patch is also finished. this is on a piece of 32 count. I didn't mean to do that fabric. Or no, what did I call it on... No, I called it... Well, that's not what I wanted fabric on Instagram. Because this is not what I wanted when I dyed it. I was dyeing a piece of fabric for something completely different, but it did work for this. So we're going with it. So we went with it, and it looks great. That is Pumpkin Patch. I don't have feathers over here.
Do I have to pause?
Yes, please.
Well,
So that brought us to Sunday, which was my Olympics piece. Now, I figured, you know what? I only had one Olympics to finish. I only have one Olympics to finish. Saturdays I'm finishing a Pumpkin Patch. I've only got one Olympics to finish. I can just do that on Sundays because I've got till December. And maybe do Saturdays as monthly day. It'll be great. It'll be perfect. I had a lot less to do on that last Olympic than I thought I did. Several people wanted me to work on feathers for the last Olympic, including this one over here. So I happily obliged. I happily obliged. I love this project. I do. I truly adore this project. So I took it out, and I went to plop my start picture down, and I went, I only need 380 stitches to finish this. Okay. So, 380 stitches. And the Olympics for Daily 30 are finished. That's where 380 stitches got me. I worked these circles right here, all of the little black inner bits here, and started the smallest circles. I do still have to put the border on the big old peacock, so it's not that close to being done. This is on a piece of white 32 count because I wanted the colors to pop, and they pop. This is still stitched with the called for sulkies. I can get you the pattern. I can't get you called for sulkies. You can do a DMC conversion. I can give you a DMC conversion with Sullivan's if you want. That was my stitching this week. Very productive week stitching wise, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Alright, now I need to go put the french fries in the oven. And we'll be back with plans and announcements.
Okay.
Plans and announcements.
What's the plan?
You have no plans.
Well, I have plans. They're just... Oh, actually, well, have they plans? I don't know. They're end goals.
Yes.
More video games.
More video games. Alright, well, my plans. Egg Day. We did a World Egg Day in Daily 30. That was what?
Isn't this like the 6 months off?
I have no idea when World Egg Day actually is.
No,
What?
Easter.
No. No.
But when I think of eggs, I usually think of Easter eggs.
Okay. So, World Egg Day prompts. The first one is to stitch on something with red, white, or brown. Called for. You did not have to stitch in those colors. And that's a good thing because red, white, and brown are all called for on Pumpkin Farm. Pumpkin Patch. So I stitched on that. Stitch on something that is a chart that is in high demand. I pulled out my best high demand charts that I've seen a lot of. Immortal. There's a lot of people who stitched Lucy Beans, cross stitch, like buying cross stitch like I'm immortal. So
kind of sums it up.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically. Okay. Stitch on something that is satisfying. Pumpkin Patch, again, because that was the last prompt I used for it. I was like, this is satisfying because it's almost finished. And then when I finished, I said, this is very satisfying because it is finished. I think I'm funny.
I think you're funny too. And actually everybody on Zoom thought you were funny too.
That's great. This one has a lot of options because stitch on something with one motif that is larger than the others. You have a lot of choices, and there's one that I didn't write down even.
You know what? Shores.
Shores of Hocken Hollow.
That dang thing needs done. I think you started stitching on that when I first started helping you with this.
I started stitching that in 2020.
Okay, maybe not that long, but still feels like it.
The intent was I was stitching. I think I'm stitching 6 blocks, maybe 7. The intent was to start a new block every 2 months. That didn't happen. Stop playing with the clicky pen. The final prompt is to stitch on something egg-shaped. I'm using my pass for that because I don't want to brain that much. I'm sure I could, but I don't want to.
Actually, okay, if you don't want to, you don't have to.
I don't need to, so I won't. I do need to finish up I-M-E for Spooky Time for the monthly. I have a few prospects for that. So, I'll come up with that when I get that far.
Okay.
Okay. That's plans for the week. Plans were relatively simple. Announcements? I have none. Doing nothing spectacular.
I got a comment question.
Comment question.
Would y'all like to see us live streaming, chit-chatting with y'all while we're doing cross-stitch stuff? Basically, it would be both of us sitting here cross-stitching and chit-chatting with you all.
I don't know if we can go live on our channel, though, because we don't have 1,000 viewers.
Actually, you don't need 1,000 viewers to go live. I also was going to do it on Twitch, because doing that type of thing on YouTube, there's actually like a 3 to 5 second delay for YouTube. Maybe longer, so it actually makes it very difficult. So you would actually have to make a Twitch account.
Okay, well, I have a Twitch account.
Oh, no, one for the Slovak Farm. Or just change his name to the Slovak Farm.
I can change it to the Slovak Farm. I can leave it with that and just start people that way. So, yes, that would be a great question. Well, that is all we have for this week. We would like to thank you. Boy, our plans and announcements was less than 5 minutes. That's what happens when you do 2 prompts already. Okay.
Victory!
It's that kind of a day. What would we like the folks to do, darling?
Have a lovely week. Please like, comment, subscribe, bell notification, thingy-me-bobby. All that YouTube stuff.
Thank you for spending a little bit of time this week. We hope we entertained you and you enjoyed yourself. We will see you next week.
Bye-bye-bye!
I'm a bold-faced liar. I do have an announcement I have been meaning to make for 2 weeks at minimum. And I keep forgetting. Today I remembered before I edited the video. So we're going to throw this in here at the end. Sarah over at Sister Lou's Stitches designed an exclusive Christmas story design for the Slovak Farm. This chart is available exclusively with the Slovak Farm this year, 2023, and through probably October 24. It is stitched on Slovak Farm. What did I call this fabric? Fireflies. It's a dark blue opalescence. If you would like this, the only way you can order it is from me.
I love the way you just...
That's my announcement today.
May I make a suggestion, my love?
Yes?
Make this section its own video as well and post it later.
I certainly will.
That way I can share specifically that video with people.
Okay.
And
thank you guys for watching. Bye!
bye!